Prior to working with Extension eCom, what were your biggest challenges to Amazon?
I think prior to working with you guys, our biggest
Mhm.
challenge was, I think, getting really solid communication from the agency we used previously. I think not having really a truly cohesive strategy that was tied towards monthly defined goals. And I think it was from our standpoint just a results issue, right? We had flat lines on our
Mhm.
revenue.
How was your experience working with Extension eCom been so far?
I am now a month and a half in, but I've had
Yeah.
an amazing experience so far. I think from the strategy to the communication to the level of professionalism, the creative, everything has been fantastic. And to me, most importantly, even though it's only been a month and a half, I'm seeing the results, right? So I'm seeing the needle move in the areas and the metrics that we monitor, and I'm already seeing the results that we were looking for.
What do you look for when partnering with an agency?
Yeah, such a great question, right? There's so many variables when you're working with an agency. I think from my standpoint, being really sort of a solo e-com business operator, I'm looking for the full gamut. So a team that can look at my business, understand what we do overall, but then also understand within our product mix, the uniqueness of each of the different products that we have, put together a complete and a comprehensive strategy of how do we get from where we are right now to where we want to be at the top line level, and what metrics do we put in place to monitor that over time, and then be able to implement that. And to me, really truly being able to track that every single week and having that weekly call that we have, we're able to run through in 15, 20 minutes. Here's how we are. If we need to pivot or adjust something, we can do it on the fly. That to me is really what I was looking for in finding an agency, and what it seems like I found with Extension Ecom.
How would you describe communication between yourself and Extension eCom?
That's probably the single biggest item that I had, or issue that I had with my prior agency. Extension Ecom is amazing with communication, right? You guys are fantastic on Slack, and if we need to have a conversation, we can have a quick conversation. But it's very simple to work with you guys because the communication is so seamless. So I think one of the biggest advantages of working with Extension Ecom is the communication that you guys have.
What has been the biggest highlight or win when working with us?
Well, seeing the growth, that to me, again, the reason I signed with Extension Ecom as a partner is to grow the top line of this business aggressively, and to do it with some guardrails around margin and profit, but to see a continuing steady increase in our top line revenue, which we've seen so far. So that to me has been the biggest success, and I look forward to that continuing for many, many, many more months and years.